So from a male's perspective, like what
From
is
a male's
yes, from a
perspective.
male's perspective, what is your
I don't know why I'm smiling when you ask me that. Okay.
what is your viewpoint on why you feel like women casually date?
What is my viewpoint on why women casually date?
Yeah.
I think they casually date because men are not living who they were supposed, like they're not living the life they're supposed to be living.
Man as in humanity?
No, men in general as us.
Oh, man, okay.
We're not rising up to the occasion anymore.
Okay, so you feel like men are not living up to the standard,
Right?
In which
we don't even like consider a standard. We don't listen. Just like women are not living in their power anymore, because you guys got power.
Right,
you guys are like you guys can shift the atmosphere in the home.
Mm-hmm.
We're not rising up anymore as men.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. We're irresponsible, right? We are leading by our flesh and not our spirit. So if the head is off, then the body's going to be off.
Wow.
That makes sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So because we're not right, you guys are just going to follow.
Right.
Right? I'll give you an example. And this could be a really touchy subject for some people.
Okay.
I always raise the question, why is her skirts got to be so short? Why does she always have to show so much cleavage? Why does this generation of women and some older generation have to show more skin and think that's beautiful? It's because we as the men accepted it. We've said that was beautiful.
Wow.
We've said that was okay. And now they're just following what we said was okay.
So it's funny.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny you said that because
That could be a little controversial if you ask me. Depending
is
on
it
who
really though? I mean, I think
Right.
it's no secret that the world is over sexualized.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I was talking to I have a 21-year-old sister, and I asked her.
I didn't know that. I think I forgot that. Okay,
Oh,
go ahead.
baby, yes. And I asked her. I asked her and a group of her friends. I said, "What do you feel is your biggest struggle as a young woman in today's society?" The number one thing that they said was like body dysmorphia and body shaming. And I was like, elaborate. They were like, social media has created such a high standard in which young women should appeal to that it makes them question everything about themselves. And so a lot of this over-sexualization is the fight for attention to stay relevant, the fight for attention to be seen. Because a lot of these girls, they're just struggling to be seen. You know what I mean? And the reality of it is, not every teenager is going to look like a pencil stick. Like, and not every teenager is, like,
You're right.
We were all created in God's image. And that does not mean that we all are shaped the same. Due to genetics, we're built differently. And so if the standard is what we see on Instagram and social media, and these young girls are coming out of high school, what do they have to look towards? Right. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like the over-sexualization is also a cry out of like, I need you to see me. I don't feel seen. If only someone can see me for who I am. Like, if only someone can just see that I exist.
Yeah.
That's how I translate it as.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think that these are like bad women or these
no,
women
no,
are
no,
like,
no.
promiscuous.
No.
I just really think like that's the extent in which they have to go to
Well, the
get
women
any
are
kind of
only
attention.
they're only expressing what they've been taught, and the
Right.
same thing with men, because fathers have not because God is not in them home anymore.
Right.
Like, come on, like God, who's leading?
Right.
Who's leading? All right, like.
So if I'm honest, the standard really starts with the women. The standard really starts with the women because
The mom, you mean, of the home? The mother of the home, the wife of the home? What do you mean by
not
women?
even the mother, because you can be an amazing mother, instill everything into your child, and she still dives off the deep end, right?
Sure.
But it like you said, if women have the power, and I say, hey, I want to take it slow. I'm not trying to rush into anything.
Yeah.
Then I'm setting the standard.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep, that
So
makes
if
sense.
I'm setting the standard, that means
But that comes, Jenny, from identifying your worth as a woman.
Right.
There's nothing more powerful than identifying what you're worth. And here's how you get to that. The number one question any person, but we're talking about women here, can ask themselves is, what do I want? What do I want in my life? Once you can answer that question, then you can answer what you will accept, what you won't accept, what you will accept in a man, what you don't accept in a man. And the only way you can ever get to that place is worthy. Knowing that I'm worthy. Right. I'm worthy of good. I'm worthy of all. That makes sense?
And okay, so I do think there are some women who are a little delusional.
Oh, for sure.
Right? So I think some of the things that they want, but their level of characteristics and the work that they have put into themselves do not align with what they want. So I think
what do you mean? Break that down.
Meaning, I might feel like I deserve a man that treats me with the utmost respect, and I deserve a highly successful guy, and I want a disciplined man, and then my habits are trash. I'm smoking and drinking every weekend. Like, I have no goals. So you might want this, but like, where are you at in your personal life? So there has to be more of, what do I feel deserving of? And what is my life reflecting? Because even though
Whoa. Let's just pause right there. Let's pause right there and say that one more time. I think that was really good.
If I can remember what I deserve and what is my life reflecting. And that's is good. Merging the two. Because if what I deserve is mirroring what in my life I reflect, then absolutely I will attract that.
Yeah.
Then that becomes a want.
Yeah.
Because it's like, hey, I put in the work for it. Yeah. This is what I want. This is my standard.
Yeah.
But you can't set a standard if you haven't even done the work to really like be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that like you have to be fully healed.
Right.
It just means that you have to think about some of the habits or the things that may be unattractive, or things that are not just serving you in everyday life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, how does a woman get there? Let's say like,
how does she navigate
that?
Yeah,
how does she navigate being what she wants to look like what she's doing in her life? That makes sense.
I think the